And the AI. Hi, everybody.
What's up, y'all?
School time. So, social network today.
Uh-huh. School movie.
School's in for the fall.
Yep.
School's in.
For fall, yeah. That's a much more depressing song, dude.
That's not so fun.
That kind of sucks. Although it's exciting, I guess.
There were years when I was glad to go back to school after the
Yeah.
summer.
Yeah, actually. Actually, totally.
Summers can get long and
Yep.
boring.
Yeah, it's kind of like, yeah, okay, let's talk about that.
Okay.
We'll do that in the opening.
Okay.
I like that.
Cool.
Coming
All
through
right, I'm
here?
ready. Yep.
Great. All right, let's do it, dude.
Am I coming through here? Check, check, check.
Yep, sounds
Okay, good.
fantastic.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay. Here we go. One, two, three, click. One, two, three, clap.
Clap. One, two, three, clap.
Clap.
In 1961, Disney's The Parent Trap charmed audiences with a dazzling. Let me start again. In 1961, Disney's The Parent Trap charmed audiences with a dazzling cinematic illusion. The same actress played twin sisters, side by side on screen, singing together, cutting one another's hair, and pulling an absolutely horrific prank on their parents by switching places without telling them. Since then, the one actor, multiple roles, same screen trick has become a calling card for many ambitious films. Think Peter Sellers in Doctor Strangelove or Eddie Murphy in The Nutty Professor, or our favorite, Michael J. Fox, Michael J. Fox, and Michael J. Fox in Back to the Future Part 2. But rarely has the trick been pulled off with the cold, symmetrical precision of the 2010 Facebook movie. Army Hammer, through a blend of performance and digital face swapping, became the Winklevoss twins, who don't swing their hips while singing "Let's Get Together," but do row crew to Edvard Grieg's "In the Hall of the Mountain King," which is also pretty good. And unlike Haley Mills and Haley Mills, these Harvard hunks were the pranked upon, serving as both foils and victims of Mark Zuckerberg's rise from mansplaining college student to man-child billionaire. Under David Fincher's deft direction and Aaron Sorkin's searing script, the Winklevi weren't just a technical trick. They were a symbol of what happens when legacy and entitlement meet an innovative, disruptive force of change, for better or worse. But wouldn't it have been better if Hammer had also dressed as the twin sister and come down the stairs saying, "Mom? Mom, is that you?" We're the two Gomers. We're talking The Social Network, and this is Perfect Movie.
Nice, dude. Welcome, everybody, to Perfect Movie, a podcast where two regular guys try to save the universe one great film at a time. This is Anthony speaking, one of those two aforementioned Gomers, coming to you from Atlanta, Georgia, with my friend Steven, all the way out in Flagstaff, Arizona.
School's in. School's in. It's September, right?
School is back. So we wanted to do a school.
School's
Yep.
in. You're singing this before.
Yeah.
School, a very fun parody song. School's in for fall.
Yeah, not as exciting, dude.
Get Weird Al on the phone. We've got a fun song for him. It's gonna be his opener from now on. School's in for the fall.
For the fall? What? Huh?
Then an accordion solo.
Oh man, dude. I can't wait to talk about college.
Yeah.
I mean, this like, like we're gonna get there in evidence. I'm already like teasing evidence, but
Hmm.
this has all the college feels in
Oh
a
yeah.
not like the a college feels movie of the late 90s, early 2000s would be different, like one that when we were in college.
Feels like those college movies were like comedies, sometimes
Yup.
like sex comedies, gross out comedies. They all
Well,
happen
there
in
was
college.
Happy Gilmore, where it was a movie we watched a ton of times. I mean, we watched all the movies like Goonies and all that, like our 80s stuff.
Oh, wait, you're talking about movies we watched in college.
Yeah, like movies that make you feel like what we would have watched then.
Oh, I see. What I thought you were talking about was this movie is filmed on, for a big part of it, on a college campus. That's why I wanted to do this movie, because this is a
Yeah,
college movie, right? A
right.
lot of it takes place in college. So last year we did a high school movie,
Yep,
Napoleon Dynamite. Takes
yep,
place a ton in the high school. What I was thinking, I never watched this movie in college. I wasn't in college, right?
right. Yeah.
I was thinking it takes place in college, and that is one of my evidences that I'm will get back to later.
Oh, for sure. That's what I meant. Like,
Okay.
it doesn't look or feel like when we were in college, is what I was trying to say.
I
It
see. Got it.
feels
Yep.
so 2010s.
Yes.
It's all like it's almost a 2010s defining movie, I feel like.
The aughts, right? I mean,
The
this so like I have said before, this is my favorite movie of the aughts, even though it came out in 2010.
hmm
But technically, I'm gonna pull a Eisenberg slash Zuckerberg here and mansplain.
hmm
Technically, actually, 2010 is in the aughts.
Huh. Okay.
2001. This really came out when during Y2K. Like, actually, we haven't switched millennia yet.
hmm
2001 is when you switch millennia. When
Mm,
you switch decades is 2011. So I know that is so dumb. Sorry, everybody, but it's true. 2010 is part of the aughts.
got it. Okay, I feel like it's a 2010s kind of movie. Like, although you and I had this exact same talk about The Matrix,
Mm-hmm.
how it's like a 90s movie, but it's also like the beginning of the 2000s.
I think
You know,
it's
it's
the last great movie of the 1900s.
of the millennia.
Yes, exactly. Of that millennia.
hmm
It defines the 90s to me. Just think about how the
hmm
Matrix looks, bro.
hmm
Those leather outfits. It is so
Totally.
99. I
Right.
get what you mean. It's about the future, right? And so it moves us quickly into the 2000s. Matrix does.
Yeah.
I
Well,
kind of feel the
so
same way about this movie.
yes, I guess it's like so many of the 2000s movies for a few years
Hmm.
felt like The Matrix, like
Yeah.
derivative.
Oh, yeah,
And so
definitely.
in that way, this is 2010, but like for a while, we try to make something feel like this, look like this, sound like this.
Uh-huh. You're
Do you know what
right.
I mean?
Yes, I
Um,
do.
just like in 2007, the iPhone came out
Uh-huh.
and Facebook came out on the iPhone and Twitter came out and but the iPhone was saying we are years away, years
Hmm.
ahead of what's coming.
So maybe that's why it feels like an aughts movie to me,
Mm.
because there's no iPhone yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they have Blackberries and things, they have
Barely.
trios or whatever.
Uh-huh.
They have sometimes you'll see Andrew Garfield with a real wide phone. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean?
Yeah, for
In
sure.
this movie. Um, but all of Facebook is on a desktop or a laptop, and I think that is so fun
Yes.
when you're watching this movie.
Yep. Yeah, it's a uh technology movie that is already dated, but also in a sense has a timeless feel because of the I don't know. There's something about it that I think I'll watch it in 10, 20, 30 years.
Yes, 100%. Me too.
It's dated and timeless at the same time. Maybe.
Maybe another reason why I feel like it's in the aughts is because I have been in college for 30 years. Do you know what I mean?
Also,
Like,
yes.
and so when you get a glimpse into Rooney Mara's room at BU,
Yep.
where it's not Harvard, but she and her roommate are living just a regular dorm room
Yep.
on their computers, that
Mm-hmm.
is 2004 to me. They look
Mm.
so 2004, 2005
Yep.
to me. I've never been to Harvard, but I've been to schools. I've been around schools that have big, old buildings like that.
Yep.
A lot of tradition. It feels very accurate. There's one scene that I would strike, one college scene that I would strike.
Okay.
Um, should I just do a stricken right now?
Yeah, sure. Sure. That sounds good.
And it is the most Aaron Sorkin scene, the most annoying version of Aaron Sorkin scene in this movie. You
Okay.
know when you're watching West Wing and you're like, ugh, like that is not how people act.
Totally. Oh yeah. I actually I wrote a couple of these things down too. Yeah.
Okay, great. The one scene that I'm like, give me a freaking break, Aaron Sorkin, is
Hmm.
the coding competition scene.
Oh, okay.
I that just reminds me of anytime there's like a they bring like an artist, like a musical artist into the White House, and then you see the audience and they're like, like
Yeah,
that's,
yeah.
or they go to a club. There's
Hmm.
one scene in West Wing where they go to a club
Uh-huh.
to like a music, and I think I can't remember who the artist is that's playing, but I really like her, Amy something. Um, and it's just like, oh my gosh, has Aaron Sorkin ever been to a concert?
Right.
It's so
Right.
awkward. So I believe there was this coding competition to get into Facebook. I believe
Uh-huh.
that.
Yep.
I think that's true. But a full room of
Right.
hot people
Right.
cheering and shouting for
Yep.
a coding competition, it made my you can see my I'm getting embarrassed for you, goosebumps right now. You can see these from space. It's like the Great Wall of China and the Truman Show building.
Right.
It's
Right.
that big. I get my embarrassed for you goosebumps when I watch a scene like that.
Right.
Bro, just strike it. Just do it. It's so awkward, I think.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
That's fun. That is not one that I felt embarrassed at all.
Okay. It's just
Um,
not how college works. Sorry,
yeah, no, I,
Sorkin.
I get that. That seemed more dramatized to me, like that it was like, no, that doesn't happen like that.
Mm-mm.
What I more think about is so like we love Aaron Sorkin's writing, love the way it sounds, can't wait to get to it in evidence.
Yep.
Um, there is we talked about in A Few Good Men.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes there is that just a little annoying twinge that you're
Mm-hmm.
like, that's just it's so written. Like nobody
Yes.
talks like that, but you also love it because it's so good.
I don't know. I actually can't explain when it crosses the line.
Uh-huh.
Um, but sometimes it does. I totally agree with you. Most of the time
So
I'm like, ooh, I'm loving the rhythm. It's like music,
yeah.
all this
Yep.
stuff that you hear about Sorkin's writing, and then sometimes I'm like, okay, that is too repetitive, maybe, or I don't know what
Maybe
does it.
almost because we know his style so well,
Uh-huh.
that and it's so stylized,
Mm-hmm.
and original. Like it's when you
It
hear
is so
it,
him.
yeah, it's so him. And
Yep.
so then just on occasion, just like when any artist does one of their things,
Mm-hmm.
and it just crosses a line just for a second, you're like, ah, that was
This
Sorkin,
this can
or
happen
that
with
was
me and Switchfoot,
ah,
where
okay,
like
sure,
there's that chord progression
yep,
that they always do, and
the
it's not
pre-chorus
like
thing, or the way a note goes down
mm-hmm.
instead of up, or yep,
And there's kind of like, okay, guys, all right, okay, I hear you.
hmm
Maybe not as annoying as some things that Sorkin does, especially when he writes for women.
yep,
Sorry, it's just
right,
like, "Ooh, all right,
yeah,
okay. Or when he writes for men talking about women,
hmm
that can raise my shackles.
yep.
I don't know what word I'm trying to use, but you know what I mean.
That so
I
that
the hair on the back of my neck stands up.
right. That was going to be the thing that I would have stricken. Is okay. So college, obviously,
Mm-hmm.
hormones are raging.
Yes.
Everybody's everybody's looking for significant others, right?
Yep.
Um, so I would love to watch this movie with Lily, not with Isla yet.
Mm-hmm.
But when I rewatched it, I had forgotten, and I've seen this movie so many times. Like
Mm-hmm.
this is probably in my top 20 rewatched movies,
Mm-hmm.
um, because of evidence we're going to get into later. But I'm always like, dang it, there's not to be prudish, okay? It's just like now that I want to start watching some of these college movies
Uh-huh.
with
Sure.
Lily and then eventually with Isla, it's like some of the sex stuff is just too much, even though it's not gratuitous, really.
Yeah.
But it's just like you're at a frat party and girls are gonna be making out and guys are
Hmm.
gonna be loving it and getting them to do stuff that they don't want to do. And
You're right.
you
That
know,
that was cringy too.
it was
Like,
cringe.
were we just not around these kinds of
No.
things when we
Okay.
were in college,
Okay.
or
Well,
are these
yeah.
things happening without our like? I have been to. So I remember a particular after party I went to. Um, Now this could be maybe everything gets, but it was because I was in a play and it was an after play party. Okay, went
Right.
to this party. Tons of people are smoking pot.
Yep.
It was a party, probably the most similar party I can think of to what you see in The Social Network, and
Yep.
still it was miles away
Yeah.
of that.
Not
Girls
even
dancing on coffee tables,
right.
doing those super long bong hits. So, like,
Right.
I know that probably exists, but
Yeah, I
I,
I
I,
think
I don't know.
actually like because I've been to a few things here and there too. We are such prudes, bro. Like when they go to that one dude, which is fine. Dude, I
Yeah,
mean, we were both in worship bands, leading worship campus ministries when we were in college, though. Um,
yeah. Still a ton of
but
fun, by the way.
which is super fun. I mean,
Yeah.
sleeping on floors and couches and I mean, ushering people into the presence of God. I mean, like I would never change our college experience. It was incredible.
If
Um,
any near nudity or nudity was just between us.
Yeah, just all us dudes at 122 North Orchard.
If we had a half naked person dancing on a coffee table, it was Chad.
It was one of us just running around doing laps.
We
Um,
had fun, yeah. So
right,
so
but
these things exist, I guess.
yeah, but so here's the thing. I think unless you're incredibly glamorous,
Hmm.
which is like super elite,
It,
um,
it it was filmed in it was supposed to be in Harvard, so that's a different experience than both of us had. There's glamorous people there, I think.
yeah, well, there's tons of money.
Yep.
These are like they say, these are super highly influential people that have tons of
Hmm.
money and
Yep.
all that stuff. But I think similar to what you're talking about with the coding party, a lot
Yeah.
of this is just dramatized for the movies. Like you don't
And
have 100 of the hottest people you've ever seen all in a
yeah.
room
Hmm.
at the Porcelain, and they bus in all these women and all these dudes are like as friggin' yuppie, Ivy League, whatever that style is, looking with backwards hats and like they all look like bros, but they're all like super
Yes, they're all
buff.
Chads, not the Chads, but they're all
Right,
Chads. You know
right,
what I mean?
right,
And they're all 2004
right.
fraternity
Abercrombie and
guys.
Fitch,
Yes.
you know?
So I do think there is probably. So here's the thing. I think that stuff happens,
Of course, yeah.
but the sheen put on it in this
Mhm.
movie, and it's a very, very David Fincher sheen,
Right.
which I would say I love.
It looks
Puts it
amazing. I
into
mean,
this like fantasy world of Harvard. Um, so
uh-huh.
I actually, honestly, I think that is more believable than the coding party.
Sure.
I'm
Okay.
just like just the putting making people so excited about four people coding.
Whee!
I
And
was like, no, bro, that's not happening.
also the amount, I mean, again to be just prudish here, but the amount of alcohol that they're drinking while coding.
Right.
So every 3 minutes you take a shot, and
This is
every
one of
time
the
you,
writing things that bug me, by the way, that you're saying right now.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So it's like it's super funny written in real life, not unlike the, Raiders of the Lost Ark scene.
Yeah.
It's like that you're dead. Like if they drank that much, they would be
Well,
passed out or
yeah.
dead.
Now, I
You know what
hate
I
to
mean?
be a
And
downer,
that's
but that
movie
does
stuff,
happen all the time. I
right?
mean, the fact maybe that nobody does die of alcohol poisoning in this movie is the fantasy, right? I think that's what
Mm,
you're saying. That actually college students that drink this much die
yeah,
of
I
alcohol poisoning. They
yeah,
don't
I
have a
had a
lot of fun after the eighth drink, which people are doing in this. This is from a college insider. Trust me, everybody.
yeah,
This movie is not realistic in that way.
right. I
Like,
had a friend that did almost die
Yeah,
in that
me
way.
too. I've had
Yeah.
so many students who have
Yeah.
almost died, and we had one student that died. So,
Yeah.
like, the fantasy of this is that people are all having such a great time. Now, I do think this is an extremely dark movie.
And it gets darker, and maybe if we talk about the act structure a little bit later, or
Mm-hmm.
well, like when we're in the evidence, we might be able to get into that because there's multiple tones obviously in this.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but like in The Firm, our favorite like dream fulfillment movie for the first 20 minutes,
Yep.
like you're discovered, you're like the top Harvard law student, and then
Mm-hmm.
this one amazing firm throws tons of money at you and it gives you a Mercedes and a house,
Yeah.
and you're married and you've got this awesome dog, and and like you're their
The
number one
leaves are
choice.
blowing around in the fall, and you get to go
Yeah,
to the beach
right. Dave
and get
Grusin
your
is playing
legs
underneath.
tanned.
Um, and then it goes off the rails, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Spoiler alert for a 1993 movie.
Mm.
Um, but this has that feel where you remember when you're in college, so the time when you're at school but not in class
Mm-hmm.
is like maybe some of my favorite times in my entire life, dude.
Definitely.
Like,
Yep.
I mean, dorm life with no classes,
Mm-hmm.
or 122 North Orchard, or up at
Yeah.
Cedar. What was your place?
Dewey.
Well, Dewey.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I think Cedar?
Cedar Creek was the church we went to. Maybe that's why
Cedar
you're
Creek.
thinking that. Yep.
Tabernacle of Praise.
That too.
um, so it does a good job of that, and they cut in that montage when they're making face mash for the first time.
Uh-huh.
They do cut into a montage of a dude just like in his dorm room by
Uh-huh.
himself, just like laughing. And
Yeah.
I was like, "There's us."
Yep.
Right
Wait, there's
there.
us.
That's
You can locate who you were in college
right.
in that montage.
Although we would have all been in there, like we would have all had a bunch of friends. Like we weren't
Yes.
alone, but you know what I mean.
Yep, exactly. Um, it's there is that turn, right? The firm
Mm-hmm.
turn where it's like, okay, maybe money is destroying me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I actually think the whole movie has a dark tone,
Mm.
even in the lead up. I mean, I would even say I was thinking about the scene in the bathroom, which uh him and I mean the two guys and the two girls, and they're in the bathroom,
Mm-hmm.
right? That scene is filmed like a horror movie.
Hmm.
The way that you pull out and you don't see what's happening, and the camera kind of rises up and you see the stalls, and the music is straight up like backward thrumming music from outside. That scene is not pleasant.
Huh.
I feel like it's filmed like a horror movie, and it
Oh, interesting.
is it's foreshadowing the horror that Brenda Song is going to be in Andrew Garfield's life. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it,
Mm-hmm.
it's all set up at the beginning of what they are getting themselves into. Brenda Song, who is Macaulay Culkin's wife, is that true?
Huh.
Macaulay Culkin's partner,
Interesting. I didn't know
something
that.
like that.
I did not pick that up in the research.
Also a child star. She was in Sweet Life of Zack and Cody or something. The boys used to watch that
Oh.
show.
Oh man, I totally missed that.
Um, and so I feel the dread from minute one in this movie.
Okay, interesting.
Not
So,
like in the firm where I'm like, I'm into this." You know what I mean? I feel
man,
the dread. Maybe it's the score, which we'll get back to. I feel
yep.
the dread from minute one in this movie.
Okay, well, let's get back to that when we talk about feel.
Okay, great.
Put a pin in that.
Okay.
I wonder if it's also the David Fincher of it that
Mhm.
you're bringing in with you other stuff he's done
Could be.
at all, like how an actor brings with them their past roles. Like I feel like so I did a little deep dive on some David Fincher. I watched Fight Club earlier this week.
Okay.
Um, Goal.
We haven't done worst movie experiences yet,
Okay.
but two of my worst movie experiences are David Fincher movies.
Okay.
Um, and I love David Fincher.
Huh.
When I said I feel the dread right away in this movie,
Yep.
that's not a bad thing. I feel the
Sure.
David Fincher immediately,
Yep.
and I am locked into what he's doing.
Mm-hmm.
But when I went to see Seven, this is a little preview of the worst movie experiences if we ever get there. When I went to see Seven with my girlfriend in my junior year, I think,
Uh-huh.
uh, it was a horrible experience. I understand that
Mm.
that movie is well made,
Right.
but it's real rough, right? I mean, that
Yep.
movie is a straight up horror movie, right? And
Right.
me and my girlfriend were like scarred. And then when I went to see Fight Club,
Yep.
I sat there thinking, this movie is not gonna do what David Fincher wants it to do.
Hmm.
And I was right because of the way that the guys I went to were talking about it afterwards.
Okay.
I thought this is a commentary on uh, toxic masculinity
Yep.
that's going to backfire for decades.
Mm.
For decades, people guys are going to be like, Fight Club. You know what I mean?
Right.
Don't talk about Fight Club. Let's
Right.
punch each other, or let's call our groups Fight Clubs or whatever.
Right. And
For
have
decades, that was going to happen, and that did. And
uh-huh.
I was like, it's a brilliant movie, and he didn't do a good enough job because it backfired for decades on men.
Wow.
Um,
Interesting.
Now I freaking love Alien 3. That's a big part of my life. I love the game. I love Zodiac, and this is my favorite movie of the aughts, right?
Uh-huh. Yep.
He put The Killer out last year on Netflix, one of my favorite movies of the year.
Mm.
Amazing. I love him and I love his vibe.
Yep.
And you're totally right. He brings his vibe into this movie.
Yeah, which is why it has so I didn't know any of that. I had seen Seven, had zero clue that David Fincher was that guy that was doing the Social Network when I
Right.
went to it. I went to the Social Network for Aaron Sorkin.
Of course. And
Like
when I heard it was those two, I was like, how is that going to work?
totally. Uh and it's that combination that's freaking genius
Uh-huh.
because I actually don't like the tone of Fight Club at all. I'm sorry to say that. Like I watched it uh, because it's an important movie, and lots of people talk about it, and so, um, but I kind of felt horrid the whole time. I
Oh,
like hated it.
yeah. I kind of hate Fight Club.
Right.
I don't like it. I understand it,
I really
but I
liked.
don't like Fight Club at all.
Well, I actually I loved what he was trying to do, and I
Yes.
loved the twist, which I don't
Yeah.
want to give it away. But I like the whole
Well,
time I was like, okay, so when are we gonna figure out what happened here? Wait, huh? What? And then I was like, wait, hold on. I don't want to give it away. Uh,
it's fine. They're both the same guy. We
yeah,
know
so
that.
they're both the
Yeah.
same guy, and he's who he wishes he could be, right?
And who he wishes he could be is terrible,
Uh-huh. Yep.
right?
Which honestly is so the core of that is an incredible, almost like spiritual message of the dichotomy of ourselves.
I
That's
get it.
friggin' genius.
I get it. Yep.
And he had to kill the bad self. It's a Jekyll and Hyde kind of thing, right?
Of course. And then what most guys took out of it was like, let's punch each other.
Yeah, let's kill. Like, also, just by the way, we say this
Yes.
all the time. If I got hit one time, once, I would be like, I would hurt for the rest of my life, dude. Punched
I think
once.
we talked about this in the Godfather episode where I was like, Pacino gets punched by the cop and it changes his entire life.
Right.
His
More
jaw
realistic.
is and his face are messed up his entire life because he gets punched one time by that
Yeah.
cop.
That when he
That would be
when he's
me.
punching that blonde dude in Fight Club, like to a
Yeah.
bloody pulp, I was like, no, just one.
Sick. I hate it.
Yeah,
I
I
hate
hate
it.
that crap. Yep.
And I also, by the way, hate House of Cards, which David Fincher did.
Oh, see, this is me learning here, folks.
Yeah, so David
Like,
Fincher created House of Cards, directed the first several of each season,
huh.
executive
Yeah, I guess I
producer,
remember
creator of
that
House of
now.
Cards. Can you feel the House of Cards in Social Network? The vibe? I
See,
can.
this is where I feel like when a collaboration comes together like this,
Mm-hmm.
you get something new from each of the collaborators.
Yes.
So, like
Yeah,
if you
that's true.
watch the, some of the behind the scenes stuff,
Mm-hmm.
Fincher is able to edit Sorkin like almost no one else.
Yeah, it
Like,
is a great
no, that's
combo.
too cutesy. Like that doesn't work. I don't
Yes.
want to do that. And Sorkin's like, okay, because you're awesome. You're an awesome artist.
And that's why I don't like Sorkin directed movies because he's got nobody to tell him that.
Well, this is what we like about the prequels. Like, we need somebody to tell George Lucas that rules, that doesn't.
Yes. And so somehow Fincher is this when I heard about it I was like how's that going to work? And then when this movie starts going I was like this is working.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, we should probably get into that.
Okay.
I just think Sorkin brought out also an amazing side of Fincher too. So it
That's a
wasn't
great point.
just
I agree.
one or the other. This is like
Yep.
kind of like some of my favorite stuff. I mean, this is really one of my, like I said, top most rewatch. And what I wrote on the top of my notes
Hmm.
was, why is this so rewatchable?
Well, maybe we can get to it. And I
So
think we
yeah,
already are getting to it a little bit.
yeah,
Do you want to read the one sheet?
yeah, yeah. This one's pretty short because it's
Okay.
pretty recent.
Mm-hmm.
The Social Network came out on October 1st, 2010, 1 year before our firstborn, me and Aaron's Lily, was
Okay.
born. Running time, I wrote down 155, which is what I thought I saw on Apple, but on IMDb it says 2 hours exactly.
Okay.
Budget, $41 million. Gross at the box office, 96 million US, 224.9 million worldwide. It
Yeah.
won 3 Academy Awards. Adapted screenplay for
Mm-hmm.
Sorkin,
Yeah.
editing for Kirk Baxter and Angus Wall, and oh boy, original score, Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross from Nine Inch Nails.
Can I tell you that I got very excited for Tron as I was watching
Yup,
this movie.
me too.
There's even some moments where this score sounds like Tron Legacy.
Oh yeah, yep,
That arpeggiated
yep,
synth sound.
totally.
I actually was like super excited in
Yeah,
that
dude.
moment.
Well, I mean, every time we talk about Tron Ares,
Uh-huh.
uh, we're like, you know, leading up to it is like, who's gonna do the score? When I saw that they're doing it, that made me happy. We've
Yeah.
talked about this before
Yep.
because I love this, because I love other stuff they've done, and
Mm-hmm.
because the music is so important
Yep.
to Tron.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so yeah,
Yeah.
we'll talk about that in the evidence. Um, Directed by David Fincher, written by Aaron Sorkin, screenplay. Why did I say this? Producer Scott Rudin also
Uh-huh.
produced The Firm.
Right. Very interesting. A
That
Rudin
made me,
connection.
yeah, the Rudin connection made me super happy.
Of course.
Uh, Rotten Tomatoes, 96% critic, 87% audience. And dude, it's a really fun movie.
Yeah. I'm just looking up if Eisenberg got nominated for this. Did he?
Actually, yes. You know what? I didn't write nominations. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay. I was just wondering, and he did. Yes, he got nominated for Best Actor.
Yep.
Um, okay. Uh, and oh, speaking of, well, I mean, okay, we'll get back to Eisenberg. Let me read the back of the DVD
Yeah, we haven't even
because
talked about Eisenberg yet. You're right.
I, I know we'll get there.
Yep.
Back of the DVD, which is there's no VHS of this movie, of course.
Yep.
Um, we own the DVD, but I couldn't find it. But what I remember about it is that it was a paper case, a cardboard case.
You know what? I have it in the other room. I know I have it.
I I would like at some point, can you go and you can update us maybe
Sure,
in the
yeah.
result show whether or not
Yep.
you have this cardboard case of it. It
Okay.
looks fine, but it's a weird choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I really like the description, so I'm going to read
All
it.
right.
David Fincher's The Social Network is the stunning tale of a new breed of cultural insurgent, a punk genius who sparked a revolution that changed the face of human interaction for a generation and perhaps forever. Shot through with emotional brutality and unexpected humor, This superbly crafted film chronicles the formation of Facebook and the battles over ownership that followed upon the website's unfathomable success. Now, just so you know, this is Steven talking right now.
Okay.
That doesn't sound very exciting to me and didn't when I first found out about this. They're making a Facebook movie.
Right. Yeah.
We'll get back to that.
Yep. It's
Um,
like they're doing a COVID movie.
oh, man,
You know?
that's a good analogy. Already?
Right.
Which they have done COVID movies. But
Yeah.
if Aaron Sorkin and David Fincher were doing a COVID movie, I'd be
Dang.
like, what?
Right.
With
3 years
back to
after
the
COVID, dude.
right, exactly. Back to the box with a complex, incisive screenplay by Aaron Sorkin and a brilliant cast including Jesse Eisenberg, Andrew Garfield, and Justin Timberlake. The Social Network, they didn't drop the
Right.
bears witness to the birth of an idea that removed the fabric of society even as it unraveled the friendship of its creators. Pretty good.
Mm.
Good News Nation, it's in color and very sharp color, wouldn't you say?
Mm-hmm.
My
Yeah.
goodness, the digital filming on this movie is
Yeah.
sharp.
Yeah, we do so many 80s and
Yeah.
90s movies that even when I did the one sheet, like the movies that, were released around the same time, right?
Yep.
Toy Story 3, Avatar, How to Train Your Dragon, Harry Potter 7.1, Inception.
Yep.
Yeah, like that all plants you in this is digital. This wasn't on film.
No, no grain in this movie at all.
Right, it's crisp.
Not a morsel of kernel of grain in this movie.
Yeah. I mean, speaking of which, we just did Jaws, which is all grain.
Yes, I love
whole
every
grain.
kernel. Whole grain. PG-13, which I think is a good move on this movie. They could have made it R, but I think PG-13 is the right move.
Agreed.
And yeah, it's a good movie. We should head into the trial.
All right, let's do it. All right, let's clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. 1, 2, 3, clap.
Clap. We got to bring up our sound effects.
I got mine all ready.
I forgot. Hold on. Great. All right.
All right, here we are in the trial. Here's how it works.
Hold on.
Duh.
You got to say all rise.
All rise.
Hey, how's it going over there? I wish I could talk like Aaron Sorkin was scripting me, but I'm not that good at that. Maybe I should have had Aaron Sorkin AI do something for the hey, how's it going guy. Oh gosh.
Once in a while this happens. We do a movie with this isn't there's not a trial in the movie. There's a
right.
What would you call this?
Was this a deposition?
Yeah, there's two depositions
Mm-hmm.
at once. Well, not at once, but at once in the telling.
Well, and he kind of has a little trial before the security of
You're
Harvard,
right, he does.
Right?
Yes,
that little one.
Like a university leadership trial or something like that.
Yep.
So he does go on trial. You're right. I forgot about that. So here's what we do. We pick a movie that we love and we talk through it and we act as its defense counsel and present evidence to attempt to prove to you, listener, and to one another that the movie is perfect, not only good, and when we're done, listeners act as judge, jury, and possibly executioner because I get a vote, Anthony gets a vote, and if you say yes, 75% or more, 3 yeses equals perfect, and it goes up to Zod, R.I.P., for him to watch and be converted into a nice gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like most of the movie is not trials, but he's being sued.
Yep.
And it's the pre-trial or whatever where they're talking to lawyers and Rashida Jones is there and
mm-hmm.
You know how she comes to those things.
Yeah, she's just randomly there. Okay, let me ask you about this before we get into that. There were 2 castings. So I think the casting of this movie is amazing.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, 2 people were really popular that stuck out to me that I didn't immediately like. And
Okay.
I like them both.
Mm-hmm.
But when Justin Timberlake stepped in, I was like, what?
You mean when you first watched this?
When I first saw the movie,
Okay, great.
Like it took me out.
I hear you. Okay.
Like it did, at first it didn't work.
Yep.
It works. I mean, I think he's amazing in it. But I was
Okay.
like, wait, what?
Yeah.
That's Justin Timberlake.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of like when a sports star is in a movie,
Yeah.
and
When
you're like,
Brett
what?
Favre shows up. Wait, who
Yeah.
showed up in Ace Ventura? I can't remember who did.
Oh, Ray Finkel or no? Oh
I
no.
can remember.
Oh yeah. Oh gosh, we are so dumb.
I mean, I know football players' names, but I just can't remember the one who was in that.
Yep.
You're exactly right, and they're like not very good actors, and
Right.
so but you know them in a different context. So Justin Timberlake shows up. I'm not sure I had seen him in a movie before, but I
He
could be
was
wrong.
pop star, an
Hmm.
amazing singer,
Hmm.
and an SNL host.
That's
You know what I
probably what
mean?
you knew him from most.
Yeah,
That's
like
when he was on SNL.
the Lonely Boys or whatever, or the
Lonely,
Lonely Island
a
Boys,
Lonely
something.
Island. Yep, yep. Chronic
Super
what? Coals
funny.
of Narnia. Remember that?
Yes. I
I
love
wonder if
that.
Lily would like that. Now
She
that they're
totally.
Narnia fans, you should show them Chronic What Coals of Narnia.
Yep. That we've shown him throw it on the ground.
Okay,
Um,
Dick in a box. Just
we haven't
kidding.
haven't shown him that one.
um,
Isn't
I feel like Justin Timberlake is one of those people where they're like Brian, who's the who's the newscaster Brian William
Brian
Brian,
Williams? Yeah.
yeah, where it's like he's funny,
Yeah. What?
and then
Yeah.
then they put him on SNL or whatever, or they like have him on certain things. Justin Timberlake, obviously a good singer, right?
Uh-huh.
Even though he did Britney dirty, I still feel that way.
Oh, okay.
He shows up, but he started showing like I think what happened was SNL put him in some skits.
Uh-huh.
They
Yeah.
would hate that if I called them that, sketches.
Right. Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
and then they're like, "Oh, he's funny." And then he was like, um, Jimmy Fallon's like best friend or whatever,
Okay.
constantly on Jimmy Fallon. Remember that?
Yep.
And then he just started getting some acting roles. I'm not sure that he went very far with that, did he?
I don't know. Is he still in stuff?
I don't know.
I don't
He's
know.
still touring.
Uh-huh. Uh, okay, so I guess my point is he took me out
Uh-huh.
of the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
Um, at first, that was just my initial reaction,
Yep.
and then Rashida Jones did too a little bit.
Yeah.
Why?
Was she? No. Was
Was she in
she?
The Office at that point?
Was she in the? She. I think she was in the office at this point
It
in
almost
2010.
seemed like it was a very small bit part, and she
Uh-huh.
should have a much more interesting, bigger role or something. It
Huh.
seemed almost like, wait, why is she just that small part? You
Yes.
know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I
I
do.
don't know.
I would say that's the oddest piece of casting for me.
Hmm.
I don't know why. I think she does a great job.
Yep.
Um, but I think maybe it's what you're saying. Like, if you're gonna have Rashida Jones in something, give her a big part.
Yeah.
If this is gonna
The
be a breakout into movies, let's give her a bigger part than this.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. Because when was I Love You Man?
Oh, probably before this. Yeah, she was
Was
in
it?
I Love You Man.
Because I loved that one, dude.
Yep, sure, and she's great in that.
Yeah. Paul Rudd and that dude from How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I can't remember his name right
Can't
now, but
remember his
yeah,
name. Dang it. Yeah.
um, all those guys, right? So, here's what I was thinking about the casting in this. I don't know. I was looking through the main cast. I don't know if we've ever done a single movie with any of these people on Perfect Movie.
Totally.
We have not done an
Uh,
Eisenberg.
right.
We've not done we've not done a Fincher, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is our first David Fincher. We've done plenty of Aaron Sorkin, right? We're into
Mm-hmm.
that. But we've never done anything with Andrew Garfield in it. We've never done anything
Mm-hmm.
with Timberlake in it. We've never done
Mm-hmm.
anything with Rashida Jones in it.
Yep. Or
Um,
Rooney Mara,
right? No Rooney Mara. Yep.
Army
So
Hammer.
no Army Hammer, who is canceled for some reason.
That's what I heard too. And I
And the
didn't
reason
even.
that I think it is very strange. So I don't, well, I'll
Okay.
say it. I think he's a cannibal.
What?
Is that possible?
What? There's actually
Army
cannibalism in this movie with the chicken.
That's right. Googling it. Why is Army Hammer canceled?
Huh.
Never mind.
Okay.
It's the normal stuff.
Okay.
Why in the world did I think that?
Where did that come from? Maybe it's the chicken thing, dude.
Yeah, I guess so. He was partying hard, doing drugs. He got um he got in trouble for sexual harassment, stuff like that.
Okay.
Why did I think he was a cannibal?
I don't know.
Um, that is really weird. I see it right now.
Uh,
It's nasty. It's not good.
oh.
He admitted some cannibalistic fantasies that he had. All right,
Oh.
Army Hammer. And there's two of
Uh,
them. What does he say? 212. He
Dude,
has since
yeah, he's 6'5",
apologized and
220,
repented.
and there's two of them.
There's two of me.
Hmm.
He said sorry. I guess that forgives all. Oh
Weird.
my gosh. Well, but I mean, it's a weird cast, right?
It's
There's all
super
sorts of
weird.
weirdness happening in this cast. Andrew Garfield, I know best as Spider-Man,
Uh-huh.
and he's a great Spider-Man.
I
And
really
he's
like him.
great in this movie.
I the other way I know him is from Stephen Colbert. He was a
Really
guest on there, and they talked about grief, and then somehow the algorithm kept showing me different Garfield. I mean, obviously Garfield's the best bassoon player in the world ever, so maybe it's a distant relative. Um, but
Maybe. You type
he
Garfield enough. Are you also getting Garfield comics? You know, like the
Garfield
cat?
Gar
Do you ever get
uh-huh,
those?
yeah, yeah,
You
sure.
do.
No,
That's
not
funny.
really, not really.
Yeah, I've not seen that Colbert interview.
Yeah, there's
Huh.
something where there was some podcast he was on where he had to read something, and he got very swept up in emotion, kind of went viral
Interesting.
for a little while.
Oh,
He
wow.
he seemed
Okay.
like a pretty cool guy, actually.
It seems like a great guy.
Yeah.
By all accounts, great guy, great to work with.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and he's great in this movie.
Yep. Super good. Okay, did you hear? I put this on the one sheet.
Uh-huh.
I had heard that the person that they wanted before Zuckerberg was Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, so before Eisenberg,
Mm-hmm.
they wanted to cast. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense.
So what's that movie like?
Great.
Yeah,
Another
he'd
guy
probably be
who's
great.
been canceled and apologized a million times, who whenever I see him in anything, he's amazing.
Uh-huh.
And I don't
Uh-huh.
quite know what to do with that, but I think a Shia LaBeouf Facebook movie would have been amazing.
It would have been interesting. Yeah, I think it would have been great because we wouldn't because it's what would have happened and you wouldn't have even known how good Jesse Eisenberg would be.
Right.
Uh, I just think he owns this role, dude.
Are you are
Jesse
you,
Eisenberg.
are you gonna chunk in on
Uh,
Eisenberg? I was thinking about it.
no, I wasn't planning on chunking in on him.
I like that we're talking about the cast because I don't have that in my evidences.
I don't either.
Um, but I do think something about Eisenberg in this role is that he is immediately unlikable.
Hmm.
I do not like him.
Hmm.
The only person I like in this movie is Andrew Garfield, I think.
I like
Right?
Andrew
Like
Garfield. Mm-hmm.
the way he talks to Rooney Mara in that opening scene is so off-putting.
Mm-hmm.
And on purpose, I think.
Yeah.
And then it's a really interesting choice to do that because then for the whole movie you're thinking, am I supposed to like this guy?
Yep.
Ostensibly he is the main character of, I mean, not ostensibly, he's the main character, but is he supposed to be the protagonist of this movie? I don't know, and I don't think you're supposed to really settle into that for the whole movie. And he
Yeah.
does an amazing job with that.
Well, so is that the anti-hero
I
idea?
guess, but he's so like, I mean, the thing that Rashida Jones says at the end, which is like, you're not that.
Mm-hmm.
You're just trying so hard to be,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
right?
Yeah.
And Eisenberg really does that through the whole movie up until she says it, and you're like, that's right. That describes him exactly.
So is that his moment of is that his like aha moment? Because then he
Um,
no, I don't
yeah,
think so.
I don't know if has he ever had an aha moment in his life.
Mm.
Zuckerberg is a question I have about the man.
Okay, so actually this plays into how important is it to do a biopic that is probably tons of it is just made up?
Yeah, and Zuckerberg sued, didn't he? Or maybe not sued,
I don't
but
think he sued. I had heard that he brought a Facebook crew and they just kind of like laughed throughout the movie at how ridiculous. They're like, that never happened. That
I
person
see.
doesn't exist. That thing never happened.
Yep.
Because then he went on SNL with Jesse Eisenberg
Really? Okay, I didn't know
side
that.
by side.
You're the SNL
Um,
expert. I don't remember that one.
well, in the Nick Cage and his impersonator from SNL,
I don't
Andy
know.
Sandberg,
Oh,
they
okay.
did
Yeah. They
Nick
did that.
Cage
Yeah, I
together.
remember that. Yep.
It's like that.
Yeah, it looks like Zuckerberg has stated that it's not accurate. And I think he's particularly, it looks like, and I remember this up, he's particularly upset about how it portrayed him romantically.
Ah, okay.
That the Rooney Mara character didn't exist in the way that she existed, even though he did blog about a girl like that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a, how do I feel about a mostly inaccurate biopic? I don't know.
Well, because I feel like okay, the one that it made me think of is Amadeus,
Okay, yeah,
which
a
is
similar movie.
yeah, like yeah, I mean, yes and no. Better score. Just kidding.
Oh,
Uh,
really?
well, I
Like,
mean,
well, because Mozart wrote it. Is that what you mean? A
I
similar movie in what
no,
becoming too powerful too soon can do to a person.
nope, I don't mean that at all. I just mean as a biopic with lots of kind of crafted things around it that aren't necessarily historically accurate.
Got it. Okay.
And then what it does is it portrays itself as fact or as history,
Mm-hmm.
and then you're like, oh, like Salieri was like this and Mozart was like that, or this is how Facebook was started, and this is what Eduardo was like, and this was the romantic relationship with
Yep.
Zuckerberg, and
Mm-hmm.
so then like it puts in the collective consciousness historical facts that aren't actually true,
Yeah.
but which you're telling a story. But the
Uh-huh.
difference in saying, I mean, we even talked about this with Rudy, right?
Sure. Yep.
How like it's not really super historically accurate, but it says based on a true story.
Yep. This movie says nothing. I watched in the
Yep.
opening credits. Does it ever
Okay.
say based on? Does it
Interesting.
ever?
You're
It doesn't
totally
say
right.
anything like that. Well,
But it's
neither does
real.
Amadeus. You don't need to know that it's based on a true story because you know it's Mozart, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's right. And it's actual real people that are human beings, you know?
Uh-huh. So, uh, we don't have to talk about Amadeus too much, but Salieri, right? Did he
Uh-huh.
and Amadeus and Mozart, I mean, have a contentious relationship in real life?
I don't think it was like it was in the movie. Like I don't think that Salieri was transcribing the requiem on his
Right.
deathbed and then he died right then.
So I
You know what I
guess
mean?
that's not what I'm asking. The reason I'm asking that is because I think a movie like Amadeus, the the writer, the director will say, "Well, Salieri and Mozart had a contentious relationship,
Sure.
and so we are going to cinemize that,"
Yep.
right? And
Yep.
so I feel like that's very similar to this movie.
Yes, absolutely. Where the like my Mozart professor in school was like they nailed the character of Amadeus
Uh-huh.
or of Wolfie. Like
Yep.
that his laugh, his speaking backwards, his brilliance,
Mm-hmm.
his like constant like writing in his head and then transcribing it down
Yeah.
and all
Yep.
that stuff is totally real.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and so there's probably a lot of that to this too, where, for example, Mark Zuckerberg is just an insanely brilliant programmer and idea guy,
Yep.
and needed that spark, right? Like when he was in the room and he was like, it's not like everybody has a button on them that says
Mm-hmm.
single or dating somebody. And he's like, wait, hold on, that's the missing link
Uh-huh.
for our wall or for our page, right?
Yep.
Uh, But if that actual thing happened, probably not
Yeah,
in that way.
right. So this movie portrays things that did happen and didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And it takes I mean, when I see Zuckerberg at like a one of these hearings
Mm-hmm.
that he always seems to be at, right?
Right.
He is Eisenberg, Jesse Eisenberg, just like Tom
Yeah,
Hulse
Hulse, I think. Yeah.
portrays Zuckerberg correctly in his
Uh-huh.
mannerisms and how he acts, his social awkwardness, I guess you could talk about it, his inability to read the room and to read
Mm-hmm.
people.
Mm-hmm.
And so the movie is about, I don't know what the movie is about, but for me, the movie is about a guy with one friend who
Uh-huh.
wanted a billion.
Uh-huh.
He gained a billion friends, but they're not real, and he
Uh-huh.
lost his only friend.
Mm.
And
Sure.
so, can I just chunk in now? Because I
Sure.
think that the movie, whether or not it's accurate, I think it's a good question. Whether or not it's accurate is a masterpiece because of the script
Mm. Okay.
and because of not despite, but because of the ways it kind of exaggerates certain things for the sake of story.
Sure. Okay.
So his relationship with his girlfriend at the beginning,
Mm-hmm.
when nobody was in that room in that bar to hear that conversation.
Right.
He wrote about it,
Mm-hmm.
and so there's conjecture.
Yep.
And it starts the movie off with a triggering moment for him of breakup and loneliness,
Yep.
and he lashed out with his computer
Mm-hmm.
and set this whole thing in motion. I think that
Uh-huh.
what Zuckerberg probably doesn't like about it is he's like, I didn't make Facebook because a girl was mean to me.
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes that is literally said in this movie,
Yep.
right?
That's what begins the movie from before you even see Columbia Pictures.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's a needle drop, the conversation happens, they break up, and then the thing that ends the movie is he wants her to be his friend.
He's
So they
trying to friend her. I mean, I'm getting goosebumps again. Uh,
mm-hmm.
what kind of genius movie is this where that
That's brilliant.
that thread goes throughout, and then the other thread throughout is why is he doing this and the hurt between him and his one friend, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, Eduardo, at one point, Eduardo says, "Is this because I got in the fraternity?"
Mm-hmm. Yep. The Phoenix.
And it really seems like Eisenberg plays that moment like, was that?
Uh-huh.
Is it all about this? Like it's he's faced with the truth or something. He doesn't know what to say. It is
Right.
a beautiful picture of what a really lonely person goes through
Mm-hmm.
in relationship. It,
Mm-hmm.
it's heartbreaking, and that's why I feel the dread from moment one.
Got it. Okay. Dread
Because
Dread
when
is
you,
such so
especially after you've watched it a couple times and you're paying attention to Eisenberg's face when these things happen.
yeah, because like for example, like when she's like, "So we're breaking up," and he's like, "Oh wait, is this for real? Oh wait, then I'm sorry. I
I'm sorry
apologize."
then.
Right?
Yeah.
No, 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 no. I'm sorry. I was just kidding. Right? Because the things he's saying are so cutting. Like, why
I
don't
know.
I need to study? Well, because you go to BU.
Yeah.
Like that is so mean.
He's got
Um.
no filter,
Uh-huh.
and that is Zuckerberg also. No filter. He
Mm-hmm.
just says it, and whether it's rude or cutting or not, he says it. Then when he meets her later in the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and she cuts him right back. Is that
Uh-huh.
is that the point where she says you're gonna think that people break up with you because you're
You're a
a
jerk.
nerd or whatever? But that's
Oh.
not true. It's because you're an asshole.
Right, right, right. Yeah.
I mean,
Yep.
Aaron Sorkin dripping off of that,
Oh yeah.
right?
Yep.
That's so good. Yeah, I
Mm-hmm.
I think that I guess that's why I'm saying that the script is so impressive because he is able to do what Sorkin does, even in a single episode of The West Wing. It's
Mm-hmm.
shocking the way he's able to do this.
Yeah.
Weave something about like what is this about
Yep.
rather than what happened.
Yep. I don't know
And
how he does it.
I don't know
That
either.
there's a I wrote some of these adjectives like it's it's handcrafted. I think you said precise.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it feels so well thought and composed, not improvised. So you
Mm-hmm.
know how like Curb Your Enthusiasm as a great example is like it's an improvised show and it's
Yep.
brilliant because it's he comes up with here's how the episode's going to start, these are the things
Mm-hmm.
that's going to happen, and here's the insane climax, and then the music's going to happen, and you're going to be like,
Yep.
okay, I'm glad that's over,
Yes.
because who gets themselves into that mess,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and then gets out of it and comes back for the next episode.
Right. I know.
um, but the opposite is the case. Both are incredible writers, but he is so meticulous
Uh-huh.
and uh, I just keep thinking composed, like he's writing it down like notes, like music,
Yes.
where
And
it's
that's
got a
beautiful.
rhythm.
Yes.
Um, and so sometimes that takes the person out. We talked about this in A Few Good Men, where
Mm-hmm.
you're like, man, I wish I could say one thing that cool.
Yes, you start thinking about how you can't suspend disbelief any longer,
Yeah,
right?
and you're
Where
like,
you're
I'm
like,
listening to
you start
composed
thinking,
music
yep.
that had 100 takes. That I mean, like the story is that the script is twice as long as any normal movie script,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
and just the physical pages, like I think it was 160 pages,
Mm-hmm.
um, and usually they say it's a page a minute,
Right.
and they're like, no, we can do this in under 2 hours.
Uh-huh.
And the story from the thing is that that Fincher and Sorkin got together with an iPhone and recorded themselves doing the dialogue as fast as they could, and it got under just 2 hours.
What?
Like they
Wow.
got in a room and they read the script together with an iPhone, timing it,
That's funny.
and they're like, "Nope, it's under 2 hours, dude."
If you can embrace the movie as that, as a
Yeah.
precisely written piece of art,
Hmm.
this is not the fountain that's a toilet turned on its side, right?
Right.
This is the Monet that's the size of the wall, right? It is
Right.
it you can feel the effort that went into this movie, and it's like you can feel it in a Mozart piece.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Um, and I think the script is Sorkin's best. I
Hmm.
think this is best script. And I think maybe you're right that Fincher helped him craft or at least sculpt his
Mm.
script into what is his best script.
Yep. I think there are West Wing episodes
Hmm.
that
I'm just
are.
talking movies, but you're right. The West
Yeah.
Wing, maybe
Oh,
there
yeah,
are.
yeah. I think
Yep.
movie wise, yeah. Like, did you see Steve Jobs?
Uh-huh.
Like, I didn't
Yes.
like that one as much as this.
No, but it's still pretty amazing.
Yep. Um,
Yep.
but I like this one. I guess this one's just more rewatchable to me. I don't know.
Oh
It's
yeah,
all.
100%. And I think it's the Fincher of it. So who
Mm,
did Steve Jobs? I think Danny Boyle. So that's just a different director and a different feel. It
yeah.
feels a little, well, it's a brighter for sure. This one just
Yep.
it's this movie is darkly lit, even in the day.
Yep.
Even in the sunshine.
Yeah. There
It
were
feels dark to me.
stuff in the behind the scenes where I was like, when are they filming that? Because it's like in the day and he's walking around the street and stuff.
Uh-huh.
I was like, what the heck scene is that? And it's like, no, no, no. They pass it through filters
Yes,
and
it's
how
definitely the filter passing of
the
this
Fincher.
also this time.
Yeah.
Yep.
Here, just since we're talking about, I'm gonna chunk in the same topic. Okay, dude.
Okay, and then I have one more thought on the whether this movie is real or not, like actually
Oh,
accurate.
okay. I'm just chunking in. Sorry, because you know me, looks, sounds, feels.
Yeah.
I just love how the movie sounds.
Yep.
From the needle drop at the beginning
Mm-hmm.
to the sound. See, I don't feel dread. I feel so much optimism and happiness as soon as this movie starts.
Oh
I
boy.
it just sounds like music. I don't know why. I don't know why the even the depressing Trent Reznor, Atticus Ross dun 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 after the 5 minute and 30 second straight conversation at the bar.
Yes. Yes.
It sounds, you know, I like things that are sad.
This is maybe the most revealing your four versus my seven moment we've
Sure,
ever had.
dude.
You
Yep.
think that music is happy?
Yet.
Are you freaking kidding
Yeah.
me?
I'm like so happy for the first 30 minutes of this movie, dude.
I don't know what to say. I hope you are when you do the edit. I really hope you're putting this moment in behind us because I need some backup here, folks.
I don't know why. It's like, I mean,
I love it. Sometimes I
yeah, yeah,
listen
yeah.
to this while I do work. I mean, it's
Sure.
great writing music.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna rain later on today. Maybe I'll play it while I
Mm.
write. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
dude.
that. That. But there is this tension in that theme to me.
Oh yeah. The tremolo strings,
Yes,
the
there's constant
piano.
tremolo, and then the bum bum bum
Mm-hmm.
bum bum bum
Yep.
is. I feel like get ready, everybody. This is gonna go off the rails. Cue
Yep. It's got that low bong,
that
you
thrum
know?
underneath it.
Uh-huh.
He's walking across campus. Maybe one of my most favorite moments, opening moment. And you know what I love the most is when they hold off the credits.
Mm,
We should do a
totally.
whole episode about
Oh
this.
yeah.
Perfect hold off credit. I mean, remember The Fugitive? They don't run the credits until like 18, 19 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like,
Love.
yes.
Yeah, yeah. You're like, the movie is only just starting now. Yes. Like, and it's so good already.
I know.
Yep.
Um, I cannot believe. I
No,
mean,
okay. So, dude,
we
I just
both
wrote this.
love this, but I'm like, how can you feel happy when you're listening to that?
I don't know. It's like I'm listening to this, like the Sorkin, even when it's because he's never violent. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's mean. Like sometimes his characters are really mean, or sometimes they're really
Uh-huh.
offensive.
Yeah.
I guess what I mean is the dialogue, even in A Few Good Men, you know, our other one that we've done of his,
Mm-hmm.
it just I almost don't even hear the words
Mm.
sometimes.
Yep.
It's the way it sounds. And so like
Uh-huh.
the drop, the needle drop, the Sorkin dialogue, then the music comes in. He's running on campus. There's a
Yep.
kid practicing a violin.
Mm-hmm. I,
I'm
I
like,
I noticed that. I was
man,
like,
do I know
Anthony's
that
gonna love
sound.
that.
There's glee clubs, there's church bells.
Yeah, I think you're naming something that I noticed in that is that you hear those people. So the violinist is practicing. It's not on the same
Yep,
key as the
yep,
music, but
right?
that makes it sound like the campus,
That's what I
doesn't
mean.
it?
It's like this movie sounds so good.
I cannot not have goosebumps this whole episode so far. It's so good, but how could you think it's happy?
I don't know. So it's like maybe being alone and sad on a college campus. Is that one of my like favorite
Huh.
core memories?
Huh. Yeah, could be.
I mean, I
I've
remember
certainly been
being
alone and sad on a college campus, but I don't remember that being good.
like when people
Or I
would
don't
go
pine for
home.
those moments.
Well, okay, so okay, I lived in Madison. My family lived in Madison.
Yep.
Most people didn't. And
Mm-hmm.
so sometimes during break, I would be like at Chadbourne or Celery
Yeah.
halls by myself
Sure.
and like listen to Chike Six, Corleone 1, um, something super sad. Like now it would be like Max Richter or Trent Reznor. Just
Just same same feeling, different music.
why was I
Okay.
driving around listening to Max Richter earlier? I don't know. I love it.
Okay, that's
It's so
interesting.
sad.
I love being alone. You know me. I love being
Yep,
alone.
totally.
Um, and I do have wonderful memories of being alone on campus, and this does remind me of that. This opening scene especially.
Yeah.
Um, okay. We have a different interpretation, I think, of the way we feel at the beginning of this movie. My thought was Fincher's setting up the dread. He's doing
I
that with
I
the
get
score.
it. Yeah,
He's
I
doing that
get
with the
that.
conversation. I don't sense, even when they are inventing Facebook and it's kind of high energy in the room,
Yep.
that Eisenberg is happy. That Zuckerberg
Interesting.
is happy about this.
Huh.
He is such a complicated, sad man.
Huh.
And I just think Eisenberg plays it like that. He's constantly, I do think he's probably a four.
Hmm.
Just so you know that. Just so I'm just gonna name that. I don't think he's an Anthony four, but I think
Hmm.
he's a four. He wants to be unique. He wants to be special, and he's never going to get there. 500 million friends, and he's not happy.
But it's
The
weird
the
because
the youngest billionaire in the world, and he's not happy.
right. He did achieve incredible success and he changed the world, just like Steve
Yes.
Jobs, like top most influential people of the 20th century, right?
But
Or
have you ever
20, sorry,
talked to,
21st.
have you ever heard people talk about Steve Jobs and what kind of guy he was?
Totally. Yep.
He,
I mean, it makes me super sad because I used to love that dude.
yeah,
Like, just think he was the coolest guy ever.
me too. And I think he changed the world. I agree with you about Zuckerberg too. He changed the world. Now, is did he change the world for the better? Is a question that
Right.
I think about all the time,
I know.
right?
Right. And I
Um,
didn't know if we were ever going to get into that. We might not even need to because we talk about social media so often.
well, I'll just say I think this movie does a great job of asking that question.
Mm-hmm.
Did Facebook solve any of Zuckerberg's deep felt needs,
Mm-hmm.
which is for actual in-person friends?
Meaningful connection.
Yes. Now, in real life, he's married. What do I know? He could be
Right.
completely healthy. What I love is what this movie says about social media,
Mm-hmm.
right? Not only about Zuckerberg, which can be true or not. What it says about social media, I think, is completely accurate.
Mm-hmm.
You could have a 5 million friends, and you aren't any closer to happiness
Mm-hmm.
because there's one person you wish was your friend.
It's really
They're
just that
not.
one. It's just that one thing, dude. It's my precious. You know what I mean?
It
It's like,
really is.
honestly, it's you could have all that, but if that one person doesn't like you or doesn't care about you or whatever, you're harboring bitterness or unforgiveness or sadness or regret,
Yeah.
all the people in the world, you're totally right.
Yeah. And I that's why I think what you're saying was in 10 years, 20 years, 30 years I could watch this over again.
Mm-hmm.
I think this movie says something permanent.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so forward thinking. I'll
Yep.
just chunk in real quick, even
Okay.
though I know we're talking about how it sounds and I want to keep doing that, but I'll
That's
just
fine.
as an aside, I think that I was one of the things that made this movie perfect for me was how doubtful I was going in
Uh-huh.
and how amazing it was and prescient it was and how it continues to be evergreen, I think. So we were
Mm.
talking about the COVID movie or whatever. This
Right.
is this is 2008 probably he's writing this movie.
Uh-huh.
2009 they're filming it.
Uh-huh.
That's 4 years, 3 years
Yeah.
after after the events.
Yeah. Right.
And so it's like a Facebook, it's like okay, now they're going to make a TikTok movie?
Mm-hmm.
What?
Right.
I don't want a TikTok movie.
Right.
I don't want a Amazon. Oh, I don't want Jeff Bezos's wife going to space movie. That's what it feels like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
But like, th- uh, they made a movie. What a miracle! They made a movie 3 years after it that informed what people think about this. And no matter when you watch it, I think decades from now, you'll be like, okay, it's like an origin story of who we are right now.
Mm. Yeah, you're right in that it's so forward thinking and so right on.
And I'm glad you said The Matrix because I
Mm-hmm.
think it's in a similar way how forward thinking was The
Right.
Matrix.
Right. Uh-huh.
Amazing.
What was your Facebook origin story, dude?
Um, I got one of my students to help me
Oh
get
yeah.
a university email
Uh-huh. Okay.
so I could get on Facebook earlier than it opened up to the public.
Got it.
So this was '05
Uh-huh. Yep.
when you could only have Facebook if you had a .edu.
Yep, I remember that.
And so I got one of it was the student president of our organization helped me get a something faculty like
Oh, .edu.
a temporary faculty um, card, and then I was able to get uh, GRAHMASD at uwec.edu, and that's how I signed up for Facebook. It was
Wow.
before the wall, I remember,
Uh-huh.
so you couldn't write on people's walls yet, and there was
Yeah,
certainly
okay,
no
so
feed.
I remember okay, so Juilliard in
Yes,
2005 was one of these schools, like
yeah,
early schools.
right. When they mentioned the schools in this movie, like,
Uh-huh.
we also are on Oxford and Cambridge, Juilliard.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't say, but it was.
Yeah, really,
Yeah,
really small school, right?
sure.
Um, so people had it and they were talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I asked is because I remember a friend of mine in orchestra. So I didn't have one. I didn't sign up for one. I was a
Yeah,
late adopter,
right. Sure.
but there were no walls. And this person came up to me and she was like, "I poked you.
Oh, poking.
Do you?" And I was like, "What?"
Yes, I remember
And
poking. I think you can still do it.
I don't think I even figured that out for a couple of years. I was like, "What?" I poked you. And I was like, "Wait, what just happened?"
Don't
I was kind of
don't tell it
like,
to me
I was
anymore.
like, like what? What just happened?
I wonder if you can still poke anyone. It
Huh.
doesn't look like I'm on my Facebook page, by the way, everyone, right now. It does
Uh-huh.
not look like there is an option to poke. I'm trying to poke Jessica and it's not working. No poking. The poking's gone.
I wish this was
What if
a runner or a two Gomers episode because that would have been the cold open right there.
but that was the interaction. That was the social,
Uh-huh.
no, like the social interaction piece at first. So
Uh-huh.
you could update your, I remember it was even before status updates. You could
Right,
just
you could
say, is at work, is at school, is at home.
yes, right. Mm-hmm.
Of course, there was relationship
Uh-huh.
statuses, which they address in this movie in really fun ways, I think, especially when
Super
Brenda
fun.
Song comes in and says, "Why does your relationship status say single?" And Andrew Garfield's like, "I don't know how to change
I,
it."
yeah, perfect Sorkin lines right
I
there.
love that stuff.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Um, uh, and then I remember that the about section, so you could write your bio or whatever.
Yep.
And so, and I think you could put some pictures on of yourself.
Yeah, so
And so
you
it
could
really
update
was like you
your
went to someone else's page.
uh-huh. Could you
I just went
DM?
to Jessica's page. I haven't gone to someone's page for probably 5 years. This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
Um, relationship status. Let's see what she has. Okay, yeah, okay, great. She's married. Phew.
So okay, married. Okay, good. I think there's a great line, kind of a throwaway line in this movie,
Uh-huh.
which is the internet isn't written in pencil, it's written in ink.
That's so good.
It's so that was Rumi
Yep.
or Rooney Mara,
Rooney.
sorry.
Mm-hmm.
In that in their interaction at the bar
Yeah.
later
Right.
when she's like, "You blogged about me."
Yes.
He's like, "Yeah, so I wrote some stuff." She's like, "Yeah, that's written in ink, not in pencil."
Yep.
And that is really because there's another time I can't remember if it's Timberlake says there's nothing private anymore.
Yep. Yep.
Like and if you haven't done something, they'll make it up.
Yep. Now, what I'm reading right now is that that blog post is not real.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
That was made up. He's probably pissed about that. So I think this Zuckerberg created Facebook because a girl was mean to him is completely made up by Sorkin.
Mm, pretty good though.
That's what I'm torn between.
Right.
I think this movie is a masterpiece. What do you do with the fact that it's not all real, but
Hmm.
it rings so true?
Mm-hmm.
And what it's about also is like completely accurate.
Mm-hmm.
I guess I don't know what to do with that. I mean, you could go the Fargo route where it says it's based on a true story and it's just absolute fiction. The Coen brothers just put that in because they thought it'd be funny. This
Right.
is not that. These are real people.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so I don't know. And it's also interesting that she says the line about the internet is written in ink when actually the blog post doesn't even exist.
So that's actually not written in pen or ink, or ink or pencil. It's just like made up.
Written in nothing.
That's the Timberlake's point. If they don't have anything, then they'll make it up.
And this is just the one more thing I wanted to say about this made up thing that
Uh huh.
Sorkin sometimes does. He actually critiques himself in his own writing. And so there's this part where there, I don't remember who, I think it's Rashida Jones again, where
Mm-hmm.
somebody asks where she says, when there's emotional testimony, I assume 85% of it is exaggeration.
Mm.
And then somebody says, and what about the other 15? And she says, perjury.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Yep.
So he is even saying this is I'm basing this on emotional testimony and 85 of it might be exaggeration. He's
That's right.
saying that about his own movie.
Right. Well, which was drawn from these deposition statements,
Yeah.
right? So, because I that's something I was reading was that all of that was available, and there
Mm-hmm.
was a book that
Mm-hmm.
this was being written at the same time as this or something.
Yeah. About
Uh,
social media in general, I think.
okay.
But a
With
lot
the
about
advent
Zuckerberg.
of social media, loneliness is at its highest rate ever. Anxiety and depression are through the roof. That's actually true.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was
Yeah.
being AI for a second there.
And it is.
Dude, can I chunk in?
Please.
Oh, okay, get ready.
I'm ready.
Oh, okay, dude. Never said this before. I love how this movie sounds, how it looks. I need to get to looks in a second, but I also love how this movie smells.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
Do you guys have smell-o-vision over there? Um, okay, dude, just when he goes into his dorm, so he's running, right? It's
Uh-huh.
fall.
Mm-hmm.
That violin is playing.
Mm-hmm.
You hear church bells from a college campus,
Yeah.
and then he uses his fob to get into the dorm.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You hear that bzz thing,
Yeah.
and he walks in there. I immediately smell what it smells like.
Is it a good
Like
smell?
great
Okay. When he
dorm.
enters the dorm, you mean?
Yeah,
Okay.
there's something about the senses. It's like I don't know if people know what that scent is. I'm not talking about like sweaty,
No, I know. I know what you
messy
mean.
dorm. It's
Yep.
old buildings. It's
Yeah.
industrial buildings. It's buildings where people have lived in and walked the stairs in, and
Mm-hmm.
old wooden doors and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like there's just something about so that goes along with the sound and the nostalgia of college.
Mm-hmm.
Since we're doing this as kind of like a back to school movie, I could just smell it. I could smell it when he opened the mini fridge.
Yeah.
When he
His
cracked,
Triscuit pizzas were in
yeah,
there.
Triscuit pizzas. No way. Like, I mean, cracks that beer.
Yep.
The kind of like, and then like the way a dorm room is kind of sparsely decorated with like a poster or a couple
They do a great
posters.
job of that. Yes.
Totally.
Yeah.
And so that just all enhanced. I don't know. I really feel like I could smell
Yeah.
the fallness, the
Mm-hmm.
hoodies, you
Mm-hmm.
know.
Yeah.
Um,
I agree.
I don't know. So I
I
love
love it.
that. They do
Me
a great
too.
job of that.
Yeah. I I get what you mean now. This is a full senses movie.
Mm-hmm.
And
Are
I
there?
do think it's the Fincher vibe.
Mm-hmm.
Is it okay if I do
Yep.
a check in one
That
more
was
thing?
it for that.
Okay. I think the Fincher vibe for me is that opening scene,
Mm-hmm.
David Fincher on campus, right? What would it
Mm.
look like? And that's what it looks like through David Fincher's eyes, and
Mm-hmm.
it hits,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
And then I think the Edvard Grieg rowing
Mm.
crew scene.
Yeah, yeah. The
is
Henley Regatta, whatever it is.
in the Hall of the Mountain King, right? Is the
Yep. Oh
piece.
yeah, I just mean like the race they were racing. They like put it on
Oh,
the bottom. I can't
oh,
remember
I
the
didn't
name of
see
it.
that. Yeah. So, of course, I've I've never rown crew. I've never known a crew rower. That is a different world, a different
Hmm.
part of the campus, right?
Yep, we had
Is
it at
this
UW. Did you
river
guys have?
through the campus and
Uh-huh.
hunks
Right.
rowing their butts off on this
Right.
thing and then going to a very fancy party afterwards. That's a college world I've never been in, right?
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, but still, there is this, you see all parts of this Harvard campus, right?
Hmm.
The kind of junkiest one poster dorm rooms,
Yep.
and then the place the Winklevi live.
The Porcelain.
Yeah. Um, and so I love this the scene itself because it, it it's filmed in a way that like some of our favorites like Spielberg would never film that scene, right? I love when
Right.
the when Army Hammer is going in and out of focus
Hmm.
as he rows. Do you know what I
Yep.
mean? Like he's in focus at the front of the camera and then he's out and
Yeah,
then
yeah,
he's
yeah.
in and he's out and
Yeah.
just the motion that's able to be captured in that with the music, of course.
Hmm.
And then the way that you see how they are coming in second again,
Mm. Yep.
and they are so mad about that. And
Yep.
everyone's saying, it's okay, you came in second, you tried hard. And running through their minds is this Facebook thing that they're
Yeah.
involved in. And that's the moment where they decide to sue.
Right.
Is like, I can't, one of the brothers, Tyler or Cameron, I don't know which one it is, finally says, I'm, I'm tired of this.
Yep.
And it's just a brilliant, vibey, fun scene
Yeah.
from beginning to end.
So yeah, so stylized.
Mm-hmm.
They're using a very familiar piece of music, but done with synthesizers, and it's
Right.
so funky and cool.
Mm-hmm.
Like all the shots like that. I agree. That is very Fincher.
Yes.
Like it's so stylized in Fight Club, which is the last
Uh-huh.
Fincher movie I watched. Now
Yeah.
I need to watch Alien 3. I didn't know that was Fincher. I've watched it.
It's his first movie.
Really?
And it is, I think, the darkest alien movie, if you can believe that.
Huh.
In a series of dark alien movies, right?
Right.
Um, it's the grittiest, it's the most stylized,
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
and he doesn't like it. David Fincher doesn't like it.
Oh, really?
But that's because it was his first studio movie, and they were telling him he had to do it a certain way, and he didn't actually get to do it as stylized as he wanted. It's still so weird and great. Um, and you can just feel it. You can just feel him. We don't do a ton of directors like this where you just feel him when you start watching Gone Girl, which is a movie full of dread. You
Dang, dude.
feel the Fincher.
Yeah. I forgot to mention that. I That was the other Fincher movie that I've seen within the last year or two.
Okay.
Because I was gonna try to watch. I haven't seen Zodiac.
Okay.
I haven't. I've seen Alien 3, but not for a really long time.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen all of House of Cards. Remember that House of Cards is actually what sent me into my spiritual revival.
Well, against House of
Yeah,
Cards.
yeah. Like when that ended, and I was like, I feel horrid.
Yes, I do remember.
Like that was my bottom, rock bottom, dude.
Yeah.
And then I turned on Tim Keller and Stephen Furtick
Mm-hmm.
back and forth on my laptop. Like it was literally
To
that.
heal from David Fincher. I
I
mean,
know.
he say what you want about him. I mean, Gone Girl is a movie that I know is genius.
Oh, I think actually
That
I actually really like Gone Girl.
and
It's
it
yeah,
makes me feel disgusting.
I know. Like I don't know why. I liked that movie way more than Fight Club.
Yes, I agree.
Uh, I think it's actually I think it's before. So Erin read that book
Yep, me
and
too.
she was like, "Let's watch this movie," and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
"Okay."
Yeah.
Oh, Erin wants to watch a romantic comedy called Gone Girl. Neat.
I can't tell you how similar this is to what happened with me and Jessica, except
Is
for
it?
the genders were reversed.
Oh, you read it.
Yes.
Yeah, this would have been before Lily, right? Was it an
Yes. Well, no, it was
aughts
right.
book?
No, it was right after Lily. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, is it
Let me
okay? I
double
don't.
check.
I'm just trying to figure out. I
Um, Gone Girl's well into Gone Girl's 2014.
okay, so maybe it was yeah, so it was before Isla.
Mm-hmm.
Aaron was back to like reading books again.
Yeah.
We were starting to watch some movies again.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
I would say Gone Girl is not for the faint of heart.
No, and there's some
There's
really,
a
really messed up.
particular scene that I
Ye-
actually I won't watch the movie again because of that particular scene.
Yeah, you're
Um,
talking with Doogie Howser.
yes, exactly. The demise of
Yikes.
Doogie Howser is not pleasant.
No, it's not. Yeah, I know.
uh, so I'm not recommending Gone Girl to anyone. Just so you know,
No.
Nation. Um, I think whatever what I guess I started a sentence and never finished it. Say what you
Ah,
will
sorry.
about Fincher. He can set a mood
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and he's got a vibe
Yep.
and he can get you to feel how he wants you to feel
Right.
better than he almost is the other side of the Spielberg coin, where
Mm-hmm.
Spielberg has been blamed for manipulation because of how good he is at getting you to feel the way he wants you to feel,
Uh-huh.
right?
But you
Fincher
almost
does the
always feel
same
good.
thing, except for it's just a little bit. You don't feel good after watching The Social Network.
Right.
Besides, you think that was a great movie, but
Right.
you feel how he wants you to feel.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. Um, any other chunk-ins?
No, I was just gonna say I love the college hoodies, the baggy jeans.
Yep.
Like I kind of like the Ivy League cool. The
Backwards hat.
no, not the backwards hat. There's you know when you start to look at like style
Mm-hmm.
Instagram stuff and like we that book you gave me,
Mm-hmm.
there
Yep.
is a specific style of
Yes,
Ivy
definitely.
League
Mm-hmm.
um that is it's not my style,
Right.
but I kind of always love it.
Yeah, I
There's a
like it too.
preppy vibe to it.
Mm-hmm.
There's like chinos and the Oxford shirt,
Yeah.
but you can like dress it down.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of like dress down Ivy League.
Okay.
Like there's a part of me if like if I could redo some stuff,
Uh-huh.
I would go for that, but I probably wouldn't do it right. Maybe we'll try to do that next
You
year.
can do it now. We can
Okay.
reinvent ourselves. We're gonna go for 2004 Ivy League casual.
Okay. No, dude, but like you just have to look at like JFK Jr.
Okay,
Uh
not RFK Jr. Let's not get them
no.
confused.
No, it's the one that Elaine had a crush on in Seinfeld,
Right. Yep. Yeah.
that died in a plane crash,
Yes, I
right?
remember. Yep.
Um, some of the royals. Uh,
Yeah.
there's a I'm drawn to
Cool
that on
style. Me too.
some level.
Yeah. I wonder
Uh,
if we could get there little by little. You don't show up to
mm,
something next time looking like, I don't know, like an Ivy League preppy
interesting.
casual, but maybe we
Yeah.
move there.
Okay.
Um, maybe I'll tell my story about how I made Jesse Eisenberg laugh in the next episode. How about that?
Ooh, you met him?
Sort of.
Okay.
I made him laugh. We'll just say
Okay,
that.
sweet. All right, good.
I stole
Tease that.
Alex's joke and made him laugh. We'll just
Okay.
say that. Alex said
Okay.
it, I sold it, Jesse Eisenberg laughed.
Oh man, that's awesome.
We'll save that for the result show.
Okay.
I also there was this moment that we had, I don't remember what episode it was, maybe Dune, where you had major David Lynch, David Fincher confusion. Remember
That's
this?
it. I thought that David Lynch, original Dune,
Mm-hmm.
um, and Twin Peaks.
Yeah.
I thought that that was the same guy.
Okay, gotcha.
I mean, it kind of sounds the same.
Oh, 100%. And
You
they
know what I
are
mean?
both very, very stylized directors.
Right?
And so, of
Named.
course, I mean, David Lynch creating Twin Peaks is a little bit like David Fincher creating House of Cards, right?
Uh huh.
They're both involved in movies and TV, super stylized. That's all I wanted to talk about. I just
Well, and
wanted to
it's
set your mind at ease. It's okay to have David Lynch and David Fincher confusion.
well, they sound similar, right?
Yeah, they both have
David Inch,
they
like
both have David Inch in their names.
yeah, it's like super similar, dude.
I also wanted to at some point ask you if you like Benjamin Button, if you've ever actually seen that
You're
movie.
right. I saw that once. I couldn't tell you anything about it other than like I know better the scene from Walter Mitty
Oh yeah,
that
you said
quotes
that
it.
before.
Your tiny
Your
little
main
suit.
connection with Benjamin Button is Secret Life of Walter Mitty.
Right, but I did see it and I barely remember it. I probably fell asleep.
All right, well maybe we can get back to that in some result shows.
Okay.
Um, okay, well, listener, we want to know, what do you think of Social Network? I'm very curious what people are going to say. Is the Social Network perfect? Lindsay is going to post something about that soon, so you can vote a poll. That's on our Instagram at Two Gomers. Thanks to our webmaster Adam, Jason for our graphics, Davis for our music, and Lindsay, our social media maestro. Next movie's spooky season,
Mm-hmm.
October. It's a Steven's choice. I finally get to do it. We're talking
Yep.
Misery.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Maybe do I make this statement now? My favorite Stephen King movie adaptation, Misery.
I mean, it's been on my list, dude.
I love when
So
I get to get that thing actually out of the queue and
yeah,
onto your
dude.
screen.
Yeah, I can't. I can't. I really can't wait because I have. I don't know what it's about.
Ooh,
You've been telling. I know nothing. Kathy
okay.
Bates is in it, right?
Kathy Bates, James Caan,
Ooh.
and I'm hoping you see some Castaway similarities.
Ooh.
I don't know if that's actually going to happen,
Sounds
but I've
cool.
always considered Misery Castaway in a blank. You know what I mean?
Okay,
Like
got
Die
it.
Hard in a blank.
Yep.
Um, it's about a smart man smarting his way out of something. You're gonna really like it.
Okay.
Um,
Sweet.
so Misery coming up next. Make sure you watch it. I believe it's on HBO Max, not Max, HBO Max right
Mm-hmm.
now. Misery, you can check it out. All right, dude, great app.
Super fun, man.
And happy watching Misery.
Great. Hey, can you real quickly say before you stop recording,
Yeah.
say your opening line again?
Mm.
Um,
Of the cold open.
yeah, you said dazzling cinematic. Can you just say like the first is dazzling cinematic in one of the first words?
Yep. Ready?
And
I'll
just
I'll do the first sentence.
great.
In 1961, Disney's The Parent Trap charmed audiences with a dazzling cinematic illusion.
Keep going.
The same actress played twin sisters side by side on screen, singing together, cutting one another's hair, pulling in a. Okay, great.
Blah. Great. There was
Okay,
just a
awesome.
little that'll help.
Perfect.
Okay, let's stop this.